This is pretty much a test video, tested on my iPhone to see if it's going to do a good job shooting a video. This video is meant for Ben Van Kirk, Matt Bell, and Dr. Max Fromalov. Saw a video the other day of Dr. Max admitting that he doesn't believe in the vases, and he's kind of hanging up the towel. Throwing in the towel, I guess would be the right term. And, yeah, I contacted Dr. Max on YouTube, let him know that, been doing this for 15 years, got a different perspective, and want to shoot a video for him. Also contacted Matt Bell on Twitter, and basically I didn't get a response back, which is okay, I understand. I don't have any followers, don't have any subscribers. A lot of jokers and scammers out there, so not too upset about it, but anyway, this is my lathe. I do actually have one. Just wanted to kind of introduce myself, kind of, sort of. Got the bed blued up, tested it for, it's level. For $1,000, it ain't too bad. I basically had to strip the whole thing down in order to get it up on the table, because it's pretty heavy. But we did get the carriage on, headstock's mostly on. Transmission, tailstock, motor, electronics that controls the motor. There's the chuck. But just to kind of maybe give Dr. Max something to think about, this is obviously made in a modern factory over in China. They mass produce these things. I was shocked to find out that they actually precision ground the inside of it. That is the first mini lathe I bought right over there. I basically rebuilt that thing. That's the original bed. When I upgraded the bed to a longer one, I rebuilt the whole headstock. I got the whole thing trimmed in so everything's perfectly aligned. We're going to cut some parts on this that might be educational. They're going to get proofed over there on that one because that is trammed in. This I am purposely not going to tram in. Make sure everything's out of alignment. That way it's easier to see bad geometry that way. But like I said, I'm shocked that this thing was precision ground. That's not normal. That's usually something you see from like high-end professional shops. Stuff you do for industry. So, let me show you the runout on this guy. The indicator is in 5/10. Hopefully it'll focus and you can see it. I'm going to spin this guy around. And the runout of the actual spindle is 5/10. Which is, that's pretty good. This indicator here is basically incremented into a thou. And this check is basically the front face of the spindle. This is the mating service for the chuck. And this thing runs out about 1,000, which is awesome. So they ground the inside, but they didn't grind this to make it flat. Which normally you'd be upset about that if you're. However, I'm kind of happy because basically that means the chuck is gonna, when I put the chuck on here, it's gonna be cattywampus to about 1,000, which will make education so much easier. Now, just specifically for Dr. Max, let me get this stuff out of the way here. Turn off the magnet. Put you over there. Turn off that magnet, stick you over there. Obviously, this spindle was made on a modern machine, probably a CNC, mass-produced. It looks very nice. Get all that funk out of there. Now, Dr. Max might recognize this pattern, as he has seen something very similar to it over at a museum in Britain. So this takes a lot of coordination. There we go. As you can tell, that's basically what the back of that spindle looks like. That's from a boring bar going through there at a very high speed. And if you compare that to some of the vases you've seen over there at the Petrie Museum, it's got kind of a similar pattern. So I know when you saw that, you were a little upset, and you thought, oh, this must be the end. To a machinist, that's normal. When you cut metal way too fast and you feed in way too deep, this is the pattern it makes. This is how it looks. But anyway, we're going to give you some more details. This is just kind of a preliminary video. And kind of introduce myself, so to speak. And I have a favor to ask. That favor has to do with this guy right here. This Vase Scan used to be on Matt Bell's website. Unfortunately, Matt Bell took down all of his scans and his PDF files. I don't actually need to scan because I can't read them anyway. I don't have the software for it. But the PDF files are very helpful. This is called Vase V11. Dr. Max had this is labeled V11. And Matt Bell has it labeled as the red granite vase. This vase in particular has an interesting piece of geometry in it. It's the conical shaped vase. It's got the triangular lugs on it. The pattern that you see in the dotted line, that's actually a geometric pattern that's actually in the vase. And believe it or not, it's a very good, it's probably the best evidence you got for these being made on a modern style lathe. Modern style as in, your cutting tool feeds on a linear plane, i.e. it's fixed, it can't move. Back and forth, can't go up and down. That's why I blew this bed up, because if it's got waves, then it can go up and down. But if it's fixed on a linear plane, and you have a geometric oddity and you cut that geometric oddity out, it kind of looks like that. Now, I don't actually need the PDF per se, but there's two pictures that show it from the front and then rotated and on the back. That is actually, can be replicated. The straight line is actually from being it off-centered. The rotated part is being cocked at an angle. Basically, back in the old days, somebody cut oscillation into that part. And it's, like I said, it's probably the best smoking gun you got for these things being cut on what would be a modern day lathe. Similar to a modern day lathe anyway. So if I can get the pictures from that report, that'd be really awesome. I'd like to include it in the video. I don't know if you can post them on Twitter. I'm brand new to Twitter. I just signed up not too long ago. I don't know how it even works. I'm not that, I haven't been on social media in years. But yeah, if I could at least get the pictures from that PDF file, or the whole PDF file, whichever, it doesn't matter, I would greatly appreciate it. But if not, I'll make do without it. Anyway, you guys have a nice day. Just to give you a timeline, I had to order 2 indicators because one of them broke. And long story short, they should show up Monday. I'll have this thing together by then. I also got to clean up this mess. So I should start shooting right around Monday, Tuesday. I should have this video up by the time the Thanksgiving holiday is over with. So just wanted to let you know, got a time frame of a couple weeks. So don't give up hope. I've been doing this sort of thing for 15 years. And what you saw in the Petrie Museum, to me, isn't really a big deal. It can be explained, and I will be explaining it. It's kind of hard to explain this stuff with words, because it doesn't mean anything. But if I can actually cut it on a lathe and show you exactly how it works, that's kind of hard to deny and argue against, so. Helps out with the debunkers and the detractors. They just want to say fun things about, Anyway, you guys have been around, you know how it is. Everybody wants to criticize. Everybody wants to negate everything. However, if you can replicate it on a lathe and you can demonstrate it can be done, then it's kind of hard to argue with. But, yeah, I meant to do this about a couple months back. And then when I saw Max's video from a month ago, I meant to do it then. But things happen. Life gets in the way. But we're going to try to get this out by at least, like I said, Thanksgiving. I'll let y'all know on Twitter. I am going to post this up on Twitter, so I don't know, like I said, I don't know how Twitter works. I just joined up. If you see this video, just drop a comment. Let me know you saw it. And if there's some way I can get the photos of that particular vase, V11, red granite vase, that would be absolutely awesome. Anyway, you guys have a nice day. Enjoy the holidays. And, yeah, we'll talk to you soon, hopefully. Or at least through the internet, anyway. Have a good one.